Jesus.
Go short then.
The fries. And Brandon
Mm.
plays second. Hey, so puta!
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pop out. Piece that was off. Why are you still standing on the base, motherfucker? You popped
You're
out.
out, bitch.
Right. Go sit down
I see
somewhere.
you ain't got a good start now. Not start shooting. That's that phone call line.
Yep, sure is. I knew he was gonna call 10 minutes early.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Miami Hurricanes. Taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Blue Devils will kick it away first. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll run it. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Top five up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top five team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. Coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Caught. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
During the week, you got to talk to your What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, third down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got fourth and very short. And what do the analytics say to do here, head coach?
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. They needed less than a yard, didn't hesitate, didn't think about the field goal, probably a little long for that, but they get the first down.
And now that you've got it and a fresh set of downs, look at where they are in the...
There he goes to the left, and the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Wants to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He fires to the left side. Touchdown, Duke! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Throws to the back. He's got his man. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pulls it in, it's Fernandez. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the...
He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Hurricane. Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He'll try to do it himself. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He fires a bullet to the right. Makes a grab for a big play. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics, Paul.
250 catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop him. You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And they'll get him down inside the 5 with this offense powering toward a score.
Bro, I
The Blue
swear.
Devils have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in.
Shit just be too fucking dumb.
Gets it in for a
I hate
score.
fucking this shit.
Touchdown,
Right.
setting up for the extra point and the tie.
I love running backs that have a nose
Yeah,
for the
excuse me.
goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Barnes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. It's caught downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Gonna let it fly. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Pressure coming. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. situation on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, both teams doing some early work, and now they'll try to add to this 21-14 lead. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Barnes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Hurricanes look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a
Big dubs in the chat.
and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. One final play before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And more importantly, we've got an early barn burner as both teams have come out firing, as you'll see on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down and run. At midfield, he's got room. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
These guys aren't human eight. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Throwing on the run. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. He's got him this time. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
Zings it complete to the right. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Dances away to buy time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Duke. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be,
from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown. There he goes. Got enough for the first down. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Time to take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Fitted in the window for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start looking to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Looking to scramble. Unleashes to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. And the Blue Devils want to move quickly. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese. 4th and short, that means decision time. Or, for us, green light. Go for it.
4th down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Moves around to clear up the vision. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Makes the grab. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all.
Turning it on. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late in the half. Enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on 1st down. Now improvising. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence.
Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They're working that left side. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Release to the back. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space.
Don't y'all hate when motherfuckers act like they know every fucking thing? And you've been doing this shit for a minute, so it's like, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But you're sitting here telling me that I'm not right.
They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Alright, good talk.
Inside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Hurricanes will boot it away to start the second half. Staring into the raindrops, and he muffs it. On the move from inside his 5. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively, and you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to run it. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And how about the awareness by this guy? On 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Finds his man open. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the top, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Duke.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And the Canes will hustle to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And they can't make the connection. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer. He's looking deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the edge, using the quick game.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage that are going to the running backs and to the tight ends, those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And he reels it in inside the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot They called the perfect play at the perfect time.
Breaks into the open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Back to pass on second down. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Canes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 40. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, still looking. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Well, that's just great awareness by the defense, locating the quarterback and knowing they can't get to him. They can't get the sack. Just someone's got to get their hand in the air and knock it away.
It'll be third and long. Might be calling a hot route. On third down, he drops the throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
They punt it away on fourth down. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Corner's going to give them room. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. You better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The sure hands, it's Fernandez. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Fernandez. Still on his feet at the 45. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hurricane. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in that Mountain West Conference Battle of Note. Vanderbilt is going to walk off the field there in Nashville with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Mountain West.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking left. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And pick up. This offense is feeling it.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He makes the grab. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Blue Devils are marching down the field. Snap in the shotgun. Under fire. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Using his feet. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Touchdown, Duke! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored another.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would... There he goes! They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Picks up the first down, still moving. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Wants to fire on second down. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Shotgun snap on third down. Makes the catch. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to the air. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Just a short pass to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Turning it on. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Right down the middle. He makes a grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. The Blue Devils started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Try to barge their way in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. To the air on second down. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
you're the head coach. Defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Backing up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Fernandez. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. The lone back's got it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
They've been talking about this one all week inside the MAC, guys. Let's give you a quick recap of how it went down. Bowling Green looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before the year is out. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the MAC is right now, and man, what a difference.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Flushed out of the pocket. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Going over the top. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. It's it's complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He wants it all. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Snagged out of the air. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
That's a go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that is a play you got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
From the gun, looking for a man. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll give it to the back. And they'll fire